What is going on, YouTube? Today is going to be a good day. I feel good. I hope you guys feel good. Just got done hitting chest. What I want to talk to you guys about is just doing it. What I mean by this is that as I've come to realize with sobriety, and not even just sobriety, but life in general, a lot of the stressors and the things that push us into depression is the fact that we don't give ourselves enough credit, we don't bet on ourselves, and we don't think that we can do a lot of the things that we want to do, or we stop ourselves from doing it because we overthink everything, right? I think one of the biggest things that I've realized is that you need to just do the things that you want to do. I know I talk about this on or in other videos, but I'd like to elaborate here. I think that so many times with things that we feel like we want to do, let's say going back to school or starting to get in shape, all those things, before we even begin to start doing them, we start telling ourselves why that's going to be hard or why we can't do it, or kind of trying to come up with reasons to stop ourselves. The biggest difference between those success stories you see of people dropping 300 pounds or getting their degree when they're 50 is that they literally just start doing it. They just go. And if you take the thinking aspect out of it, if you just start doing the physical part, just, walking to the JC, the junior college, or actually just start, getting yourself to the gym and hiring a personal trainer if you don't know what you're doing, and start actually not putting the bad foods in your mouth, don't overanalyze it, don't overthink it, just start doing it physically and the mind will follow. And I think that's, I get asked, or I've been asked, how is it that you accomplish these things that you're doing? And truthfully, it's just by doing it, or sometimes the lack thereof. So, by stopping drinking, you literally just don't put it in your mouth. You don't put it in your face. You don't allow the physical aspect. If you have to throw the fucking bottle across the room, you got to think of it as like you fighting yourself in the beginning. And then, once the sobriety is achieved, and I'm growing with all of this as well. My mind, my philosophies are adapting and changing as I continue forward with this. But I think once sobriety is achieved and maintained, then it really you click onto this other level where it's not about alcohol at all anymore. It's really just something in the past, and now it's about, what do I want to do with my life? What do I want to try? What do I want to achieve? And then you're now dealing with those factors and those fears. And a good example, right? We did this, actually I bought this tank top for it. We did a Harry Potter trivia. I run a trivia at the brewery that I work at, one of the breweries I work at. And the trivias have gotten unbelievably popular. And we did a Harry Potter trivia, and we had 50 teams. 50 teams, and it's a modestly sized brewery, and it was insanely busy, and it was raining, and the patio was full. People were having umbrellas, and they were all, waiting to play this trivia. And, I've helped cultivate this kind of experience that people come down and play, and it's very humbling to think that people want to come down and play this trivia that I've helped grow, and it's crazy just seeing all these people in there, and it's something that I've created. It's kind of crazy, and it's I don't get me wrong, I love it, and I'm very appreciative of it, but in the looking at that, it can seem nerve-wracking. Like, I have to go perform for over 100 people, and they're all counting on me and relying on me to provide this great time that they've all expected of me. Now, if I were to sit there and mull all these thoughts over in my head and just go, oh my God, like, so much is riding on this, blah, 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 like, that's when you can basically sink yourself. But instead, I just went, holy shit, this is a lot of people. Anyway, let's do it. And you just start doing the motions, and you pick up the microphone, and you start talking to people. My cat's trying to get in this video. Get out of here. And you just go through the physical aspects of doing it. You don't think so much. And the next thing you know, you're doing it. You're just doing it. It's kind of the same thing with stopping drinking. You're like, oh my God, it's so hard. I've been an alcoholic for so long. I drink so much. I can't do this. And what will people think? What will their perceptions be of me? And you just put all that aside and you just start, and you do it for one day. You do it for 2 days. You do it for a week. And even though it might feel hard to you, you now look back, even at that short distance, you go, I am doing it. I can do it because I am doing it. That's as simple as it is. You can do it because you are doing it. And that's really the only thing that you need to know, is that if you want to do it, then go do it. Don't overthink it. Don't try to rationalize anything with yourself. Don't try to think why you can or cannot do something. Just do it, right? Nike's got that part right. Just do it. And I think it's easy to lose sight of that sometimes, because we are thinking creatures. We want to, quantify things. We want to rationalize them. We want to find how A gets to B. But in a lot of ways, that's not important, or at least for some things in your life. You need to just know that if you have a goal, then just do the things that you need to get to that goal, in time, they become easier. Everything becomes easier the more you do it, so it's always going to be the hardest in the beginning. And with the knowledge of that, the little things that you just start doing and you accomplish them and you do them, it just grows. It gets better and better, and you turn this into a personality trait of yours. The next thing you know, you're going to have people asking you how you do the things that it is that you do. And the simple answer is that you just do them. I know that it kind of sounds like I'm almost trying to beat something into your head, and in a way I am. I want you to know that life is as simple as just doing the things that you want to do. And I mean, in no small way am I any different than that. I used to drink profusely all the time, and my life was garbage, and it drove me to the point where I almost killed myself. And finally I just decided to, admit it to myself and everyone else around me. And then I just stopped drinking. I just legitimately stopped drinking. And I was very vocal about it, and which allowed everyone to kind of be a part of that with me. But as the days progressed, it got easier and I got better at it. And you get to this point where you're like, okay, well, great. Like, I've stopped drinking now, and I know I can do that. What else can I do? And I think that's the beauty of coming out of alcoholism, is now you're given this, especially when you do it from your own powers, from your own mind. Then you go, well, fuck, I just stopped the hardest thing. I defeated the dragon that was keeping me locked up in this cave. What else can I conquer? And that's when life really starts for you. That's when you kind of shoot out of this alcoholism with this whole new perspective on life. And you're like, wow, now I want to do everything in life. And alcohol really has no bearing or aspect of any of this. And that's why it doesn't become tempting to go back to that. Don't allow your progress to ever confuse you into thinking that, well, now, since I'm doing good all over the place, now I can probably handle alcohol again. You can't. And why would you want to anyway? You've gotten to the point now where your life is just something that you're proud of and that you consistently want to grow and get bigger. Use that addictive property in a whole different way. Use that to want to expand yourself, broaden your horizons, and find other things that you want to experience and accomplish. I right now am at a point where I'm very close to being out of debt, and I want to save up and travel. I will if it kills me, I'm going to finish writing this damn book. But that is just, these goals that I have now. I don't even know what I want to do after these ones are accomplished, but I know I now have that mindset that you want to always be striving for something. And the gym helps me a lot to maintain a goal orientation. I recently bench pressed 400 pounds. My goal is 405 or over that this year. I want to squat 500 pounds. I want to deadlift 600 pounds, and I want to overhead strict press 225 pounds. These are all my physical goals, right? I have other goals in my life. I would love to be a published author someday. I would love to do a TED Talks. That's really like my big long-term goal. And more so than that, overall, about all of that is, I think I want to live a life that I'm proud of, and I want to help as many people as I can. And through a lot of the comments and messages that I receive, I think I am helping some people, and that makes me feel phenomenal. And it kind of blows my mind how much something as simple as me putting my thoughts into these videos can do. I also wanted to share one last little thing with you guys before I leave. For me, my alcoholism was always very Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It was, you know, I felt like if I could just not put that liquid inside of me, I could remain something human and something to grow off of. But every time I made the agreement to put that inside me, that's what pulled out the monster within me. And I express myself through tattoos. I love tattoos. Eventually, I imagine I will be neck down, wrist up, covered in tattoos. And I recently started on my back piece, and I want to share it with you guys. So it's going to cover up my entire back, and it is a small cover-up as well. But I don't know how well you can see that, but so that's the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, and then it will come down and taper into a skull down there. So I will show you guys what that looks like when it's all finished as well. Let me pop this back on really quick. But it is only through my actions of sobriety that I'm even able to afford anything like this, because I work a lot, I bust my ass, and I'm very proud of what I do. I don't blow all my money on drinking and, you know, buying shit that I shouldn't be buying. And I'm very proud of that. And so even though I still have some debt I'm working on, I'm still rewarding myself by allowing myself to get a tattoo. And, you know, I mean, life's so short anyway, so you got to do something that you like doing, you know. But it just shouldn't be drinking if you're an alcoholic. Anyway, you guys, summarizing all of that, don't overthink it. Just do what it is you want to do, because you absolutely can do it. The only thing that will ever stop you from doing something is yourself. So just go forth and do it. I believe in you guys. You should believe in yourself. And thanks for watching my video, you guys. If you feel like anyone could ever benefit from these, please share it with them. Like, share, subscribe, all of that goodness. I love reading all your comments, and I hope to hear from you guys soon. April 2nd will be 2 years sober, so this upcoming Monday. So I'll make a little video that day, and just kind of see where that goes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.